This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Wednesday, the 13th day of November in the year 2019. Here is what we're tracking tonight. In an address to the nation from the Garden at State House, President David Granger this afternoon assured public servants that the government is in their corner as he announced increases in salaries and allowances for the public servants across the country.
Public servants' minimum wage will be increased to $70,000 from $64,220 per month. This represents a 9% increase for 2019 and an overall increase of 77% since the APNU AFC coalition government entered office in 2015, when the minimum wage stood at $39,540. Sweeper cleaners in the public education system will now receive the new minimum wage of $70,000.
President Granger also announced that public servants earning between $100,000 and under $1 million per month will receive an 8.5% increase, while those earning less than $100,000 will also receive a 9% increase in their salaries. The president explained that public servants earning a minimum wage of $64,220 will receive in their December pay an extra $69,336, which is a sum in excess of their base salaries. All of the increases will be retroactive to January 2019, and the back pay will be tax-free. The president also announced increases in several allowances for public servants.
Cabinet recommended also significant increases in the following allowances. Station allowances will be increased by over 260% from $2,800 to $10,000. Hinterland allowance will be increased by between 100% and 600% from between $4,000 and $12,000 to $24,000. Risk allowance will be increased by 900% from $500 to $5,000. Clothing allowance for teachers will be increased from $13,000 and $22,135 to $15,000 and $30,000. And on-call allowances for doctors will be increased also.
In his statement, President Granger said he is pleased to announce the increases since he believes a proficient public service is essential for Guyana's economic prosperity, national security, social cohesion, and institutional stability. He said his government will continue to pay keen attention to ensuring that emoluments keep abreast of economic changes in the society so that public servants can maintain satisfactory standards of living.
Guyanese public servants have received annual increases in their wages and salaries consistently since 2015. Personal allowances have increased significantly. The income tax rate has been reduced, and the tax on employers' contributions to NIS was removed over the last 4 years. Special attention was given also to certain categories of workers such as teachers, sweeper cleaners, and engineers, among others. Guyanese increases in salaries and wages have made a positive impact on the performance of public servants themselves, on their households, and on the national economy as a whole. Public servants provide public goods and services which benefit everyone and every sector of the economy. The APNU AFC coalition is committed to creating a proficient, professional, highly motivated and well-paid public service.
Government officials met yesterday with the Guyana Public Service Union on the issue. The union has not released any statement since the engagement or the announcement by the president today. More news coming up in a moment.
Tired of long lines? Register with MyGTT at mygtt.co.gy. That's mygtt.co.gy to view and pay your bills from anywhere. Enter to win an Amazon gift card worth $25 or a bounty voucher worth 5,000 Guyana dollars when you sign up today. GTT, do more.
Enter the GBTI Quick Cash Christmas promotion and make it a Christmas to remember. You get up to $500,000 easy for anything you want this Christmas. Plus, enter for a chance to win fabulous items for your home. One complete 7-foot granite top base kitchen cabinet, one sectional suite, one 5-piece dinette set, and complimentary baskets of goodies. Apply at your nearest branch or online at www.gbtibank.com. GBTI, we see Christmas through your eyes.
Fuel it up and drive, Super 95. Fuel it up and drive, Super 95. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guyana Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guyana's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
Welcome back. With the aim of creating a workable vision for the 10 towns in Guyana, the Guyana Association of Municipalities today started its roundtable discussion with mayors and deputy mayors in an attempt to develop a new approach to their development that would be proactive. The association believes that there is a need for a shift in the way the body deals with issues across the country at the municipal level. President of the association, Mayor of Linden, Vanika Arundel, made that point today.
GAM's role is to look beyond politics, to look at the people who elected us, the people who voted us in, and to look at how we can develop the livelihoods of those persons within those municipalities. In doing so, what we do, we go into various municipalities to identify what the issues are and to see how GAM can lend support, whether it's nationally or internationally, where we can garner support for those municipalities, or where we can come together as a body and approach government to lend support to those municipalities that need development.
Mayor Arundel added that the meeting comes at an important time as the body seeks to facilitate the making of the vision for all the various municipalities that will seek to address the real needs of citizens in the townships.
Today's activity is the first ever Mayor's Roundtable, and the reason why, we realize that mayors have not had the opportunity to come together once they've been elected and to maybe come up with a vision for the municipalities. What we have seen, and GAM has been visiting some municipalities, we have seen persons are more reactive than proactive in the municipalities. We're dealing with issues as they come. So today's event focuses on bringing mayors together and to have those mayors to sit down and discuss the strength, weakness, opportunities and threats that their municipalities are facing and to see how we can support each other.
At the end of the meeting, it is hoped that a plan will be devised that will take the body and the townships forward when it comes to development. A team of American Airlines workers who all have a Caribbean background are currently in Guyana as part of the Airlines Caribbean Employee Business Resource Group. This afternoon, the group hosted a safety in aviation seminar at the Art Williams and Harry Wendt Aeronautical School at Ogle for the students of the school. According to Guyanese Abina Phillips of American Airlines, the initiative is one that forms part of giving back to places that the airline serves. She explained that with this month marking the first anniversary of American Airlines' scheduled service to Guyana from Miami, it was an opportune time to come to Guyana, as the airline also prepares to launch its New York to Guyana service in a few weeks.
At our company, we want to try to make our company more diverse and inclusive. So we have 20 employee business resource group, or we call them our affinity group, if you may be familiar with them. And as I'm Guyanese, I'm part of the Caribbean Employee Business Resource Group. So we encourage every employee to be part of it, but mainly we have a lot of Caribbean people so that we can come together and we can go back into the community as one of our initiatives to give back to the community and advance American Airlines priority.
The General and Accountable Manager at the Art Williams and Harry Wendt Aeronautical School, Nalini Chanderban, said the school was pleased to partner with American Airlines on the seminar. She said the aviation industry in Guyana is growing, and as it does, it is important for students of the aeronautical school to always be kept abreast with safety and other issues related to the industry.
The hallmark of this seminar is safety. But whilst our school focuses on aircraft maintenance engineering, safety is in everything that the students do. And whilst we graduate students who go on to get their license in aircraft maintenance, they may not necessarily stay in maintenance. They may move into pilot careers or We had perspectives from ramp operations. The school for its first time is doing flight operations training, which is dispatcher training. So the thing is, aviation, like I say in the past, it's a sector. It has careers in various fields. It's in management systems. I have some young managers here like myself who've started out. I started out as an engineering secretary, but I was lucky to focus on maintenance, and I understand the importance of safety.
During the seminar, the students were exposed to various safety topics ranging from safety on the ramp and communication to safety on board and the day in the life of a pilot. One of the airline's pilots is Guyanese Captain David Samaru, who explained that he's happy that American Airlines is expanding its service in Guyana.
Yeah, I was born in Guyana, and Happy Acres is actually where I grew up, and I went to school at Grange Hall in Commislage, and I used to hang out at the airport here with my dad, who was an aircraft mechanic.
And then you got involved in the airline industry.
Exactly. I started as an aircraft mechanic, and then eventually moved up as a pilot. I've flown every Boeing there is, the 727, 737, 757, and 767. And now I'm a 777 pilot at American.
777. Yeah. Tell us about getting involved with American Airlines and them coming to Guyana and all of that.
Well, I flew here for some tour operators when I was the chief pilot at Vision Airlines. And I knew there was a need for safe and reliable air service to the country. So when I got to American Airlines, it was my first priority to get them to come to Guyana. It took a little convincing, and I kept at it. And eventually they said one day, hey, you might be onto something with that Guyana route.
3 of the flight attendants who made presentations today are all Guyanese, including a mother and daughter team. They explained that their career with American Airlines has been rewarding, and they are happy to share their experiences in the field here in Guyana. On the police blotter right now, a member of the Guyana Police Force along with a businessman are among 3 men who were arrested following a Monday afternoon robbery at Matthews Ridge in Region 1. According to a police statement, at around 1:30 on Monday afternoon, 4 masked gunmen robbed 3 miners of a large quantity of raw gold at the Matthews Ridge airstrip. The statement by the police said that acting on intelligence, it dispatched ranks from Region 1, and they were able to intercept a vehicle yesterday morning at Arakaka with 2 of the robbery suspects. A search of the vehicle unearthed several containers of fuel and a quantity of raw gold, suspected to be part of the Monday afternoon heist. The suspects, a businessman and the mastermind, took investigators to a location and handed over 2 9mm handguns with magazines, an AK-47 assault rifle with a magazine, a quantity of ammunition, and a global positioning system device. A camouflage jacket was also handed over to the investigators. The police said that based on further intelligence, a serving member of the joint services was also arrested and detained. In the courts, 20-year-old Rolex Williams of Etteringbank was today sentenced to 9 months in jail after he pleaded guilty to attempting to commit a felony. He was caught after breaking into a home in John Street here in Georgetown on the 8th of November. He told the court that he broke into the home to get money for a passage to head back home to Etteringbank. He was caught hiding in the bathroom of the home. The convict admitted that he did not check the home properly before deciding to break in. The victim said he was in the veranda of his home when he heard strange sounds coming from inside the house. He said he found the young man hiding in the bathroom and immediately contacted the police, who arrested him and filed the criminal charges. Also in the courts, following the arrest of 13 persons during a police operation in Kururu that unearthed stolen vehicles and car parts, 4 of the men arrested have been charged and remanded to jail. 18-year-old mechanic Justin DeSantis, 25-year-old taxi drivers Joe Singh and Miguel Matudin, and 33-year-old mechanic Kurt Shepard appeared before the chief magistrate to face a number of charges today. They were charged jointly with the theft of 3 vehicles. The men denied the allegations. The charge sheet stated that on the 12th of October at Section C Turkine, the 4 stole 1 Toyota Sprinter motor car worth $700,000 from its owner Dwayne Simon. They are also accused of stealing a motor car belonging to Oswald Benton of Vigilance on the 23rd of September. That car was valued at $500,000. The court also heard that the 4 men also stole a Toyota minibus belonging to Orlando Angus of Diamond Housing Scheme on the 18th of September. The value of the bus is $4.1 million. The attorney for one of the accused claimed that the man was forced to confess to the crime. He also claimed that his client was abused by the police. The magistrate denied bail to all 4 of the accused, as the court was told that other charges are likely to be filed against them. And the 34-year-old generator operator was today found guilty of killing a man with a paddle following a dispute at the wedding house back in 2017. Rajan Dindyal of Diamond News Scheme East Bank de Marara was on trial before Justice Joanne Barlow and the 12-member jury at the High Court. He had denied it on the 3rd of September at Saran Street Grove he murdered Alliston Henry. The jury, after deliberating for 2 hours, found him not guilty of murder, but guilty of the lesser count of manslaughter. The matter has been adjourned until the 28th of November for a probation report and sentencing. According to reports, on the day in question, there was a wedding at Saran Street Grove when there was a misunderstanding between the two men. It is alleged that the accused became annoyed and armed himself with a wooden paddle and lashed the other man, Henry, about the body. The injured man was placed in a push cart and taken to a hospital by a public-spirited citizen. He later succumbed to his injuries a few days later. Across the Region is coming up next.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right. Walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong. Be the one to live right.
There once was a man named Stan whose business needed a new plan. Christmas was coming, this much was true. He needed some help but didn't know what to do. Then fast as a flash, 3 helpers did come from Republic Bank. They came with some. One had low interest rates, one reduced equity, one with approval so quick and easy. Now Stan is the man and his business is booming. Christmas is good and he is winning. Reach more customers and boost your business with a Republic Small Business Loan today.
Tired of long lines? Register with MyGTT at mygtt.co.gy. That's mygtt.co.gy to view and pay your bills from anywhere. Enter to win an Amazon gift card worth $25 or a bounty voucher worth 5,000 Guyana dollars when you sign up today. GTT, do more.
Guyana, the moment you've been waiting for is here. It's the Ministry of Education's Guyana Teachers Union 59th National School Cycling, Swimming and Track and Field Championships on November 17th through 22. Come see top student athletes and teachers from 15 sporting districts compete in intense rivalry. Cycling at the National Park, Georgetown. Swimming at the National Aquatic Center, Liliendal, November 18. And on November 19 through 22, the Track and Field at the National Track and Field Center, Leonora. Action starts 9:30. The National Championships where stars are born. Powered by Malta Supreme, Hits and Jams Entertainment, and NCN.
Across the region right now, Bolivian opposition Senator Janine Áñez has assumed the interim presidency of the South American country following Evo Morales' resignation. Ms. Áñez said she was next in line under the Constitution and vowed to hold elections soon. Her appointment was endorsed by Bolivia's Constitutional Court. Lawmakers from Mr. Morales' party boycotted the session, and the former president branded Ms. Áñez a coup-mongering right-wing senator. Mr. Morales has sought asylum in Mexico, arguing that his life was in danger. He resigned on Sunday after weeks of protests over a disputed presidential election result. He said he was forced to stand down but had done so willingly, so there would be no more bloodshed in the country. At a press conference in Mexico City today, the former president said if the people ask him, he will be ready to return to Bolivia. Well, over the past 15 years in the Caribbean, there have been observed improvements in early warning systems. However, one area requiring improvement is the governance framework, including a national multi-hazard early warning system policy. To this end, the draft model National Multi-Hazard Early Warning System Policy and Adaptation Guide was developed and is being validated at the workshop in St. Lucia. Specifically, the workshop aimed to provide and present and obtain feedback on the draft model national policy and adaptation guide, and to agree on the steps for enhancement and piloting the adaptation of the draft policy. The purpose of early warning system policies is to establish authority for system administration, control, access, maintenance, and use of disaster alert, notification, and warning systems across the region. And finally tonight, international news. Severe flooding in Venice that has left much of the Italian city underwater is a direct result of climate change, according to the mayor there. The highest water levels in the region in more than 50 years would leave a permanent mark, the mayor tweeted. He said now the government must listen, since these are the effects of climate change and the cost could be very high. The waters in Venice peaked at 6 feet, according to the Tide Monitoring Center there. Only once since official records began in 1923 has the tide been higher. Images showed popular tourist sites left completely flooded and people wading through the streets as Venice was hit by a storm. St. Mark's Square, one of the lowest parts of the city, was one of the worst hit areas. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting.